Hey, what is up guys, it's Galaxy Tech Doddle here, coming at you guys today with something a bit different. So I'm going to give you a deck profile of an Infernity HERO deck that I'm trying out currently, and then I'll give you a couple of duels to show you how it works. So this is kind of experimental at the moment. I've been looking at other builds to, kind of see what they run. I don't think it stands up very well against the meta at the moment, but it's quite a fun deck to play. So yeah, so we got one Archfiend, two Necromancer, of course, two Stygian. We've got two Shadow Mist to search out Bubble Man, and also to search out your Master Change second or your Master Change. Bubble Man, it's searchable and it's pretty good with Infernities actually. We got two Summon Monk as well, because we've got a lot of spells. Two Dark Grepher and an Armageddon Knight. Probably no explanation needed for those. Then we got one Blackwing Zephyrus the Elite. I think I used one of these in one of the videos, so that will explain itself when you see it. And then one Archfiend Heiress, because you need to search out that your Infernity Archfiend, because you've only got one of them, so drawing it is not very common. So then we got one Launcher and Soul Charge, of course. We got a Foolish Burial. I don't think that needs any explanation either. Then we got our Jinlock outs, so that's Raigeki and Book of Moon. Then we got Master Change and Master Change second, which are searched by Shadow Mist. Two Instant Fusion, of course, because Infernities. And we got two Hero Lives. I think it's a bit of an iffy card, but it's not a bad card testing it out at the moment. We've got two MST because there's no room for three, and then we've got three Upstart for consistency and three Reinforcement of the Army because we have enough warriors in the deck to run it at three. And then we just got Solemn Warning, Emptiness, Barrier, and two Infernity Break for the traps. Extra deck, it's just quite a few generics. One of the things I'd like to point out actually is Future Hope is pretty good, I think, because you don't take any damage in it from battles involving it, and it can't be destroyed by battle. And then if it attacks an opponent's monster, you can take control of it. So that can actually help you OTK quite well with this deck, because it is very capable of doing so. And then so we got Dark Claw, Anki, Acid, and Camion Wizard for that. So yeah, that's the deck, and I'll get into some duels. Okay, so we got the first duel here. So start off with Summon a Monk, get Dark Grepher, go into the Vulval Chain after dumping some Stygians, and then we've dumped the Zephyrus the Elite as well, so we can use those later on. So the opponent's just going to go through the usual. This is the dev bot, so this is a CPU, because I don't believe that this deck is that great against the meta at the moment. So they've got the Vulval Chain out of the way, but that's fine. So, and here's where Zephyrus the Elite is actually good. As you can see, Infernity Archfiend has now got two special summons, which means that we've been able to go into the Vulval Chain. We can now get our Bubble Man and summon it, and this just opens the gate for more Xyz players, which is really quite useful. And then we've got Future Hope, which actually clears space on the field as well. And so unfortunately he did negate the attack. The opponent did negate the attack, so yeah, that didn't go through. But because I've set up quite an established field with using the combo, it's not as if that during he can actually have his turn and play Yu-Gi-Oh! So then just taking advantage of all the opponent's monsters and having Rhapsody, and that isn't game yet, but it pretty much is. unfortunately I don't know why it used instant fusion, but it just did. And that was game. Okay, so this is not against the CPU, this is against someone who is using quite a strange deck. I don't actually know what it was. I think it was a Helios deck, I'm not sure. So I'd probably say I kind of sacked a bit on this, but this is more about displaying what the deck can do than how it stands up against the opponent at the moment. So as we can see at this point, it's basically game over. But just to be sure, I got the opponent's monster out of the way. And then got Archfiend back. Okay, so game number 3. Yet again, this was against something. This was a very short game. It wasn't yet again something I'm not sure exactly what it was meant to be. But this was not the dev bot, so you know. So he scooped just after this bit because I just destroyed his entire back row with Master Hero Acid. And this one was an interesting one because this was against Vanilla Pendulum. Just a heads up, apology for my commentary, I'm not that great at keeping up or commenting, so yeah. So here is where a hero lives is also quite useful, just in case you don't want to use it and you have Summon a Monk instead. And yet again the Zephyros Elite combo, which allows you 2 searches with Infernity Archfiend because you have 2 Stygians in your graveyard. And yet again Future Hope is actually pretty good in this because it's cleared out space on the field, which allows you to overextend quite a bit. Because this deck does actually have quite a big potential to overextend and do well, and yet demonstration of why Future Hope is so good, because without it I wouldn't have been able to OTK like I did there. So yeah, that's all the replays that I've got. Yeah, as I said, this is a work in progress. I'm trying to make it stronger. I've been thinking about what would happen if I try putting synchros with it, but I don't think it's as strong with synchros. I think it's better to just orient it around Xyz monsters because there's just not you just don't have the space for the synchros. And it just takes longer to set up, I think, and this already takes us long enough to set up as it is. So yeah, but let me know what you guys think. If there's anything I should take out or put in, I'll do an update, and maybe once I've updated it to a significant standard to make it strong enough and viable enough, I'll do a real deck profile on it. So yeah, so don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe, and peace out.